It's time for another wrap and chat. What is up, you guys? Happy Thursday. My name is Kira if you are new, and in today's video I am sitting down to share part 2 of my wrap and chat Q&A. So I've obviously already done part 1, so I'll link it at some point during this video, and I'll place it down in the description box in case you are new and you have a couple of questions that this Q&A didn't answer. Then maybe the last one did, but otherwise I'm gonna pick up right where we left off. Now, I'm not going to be sharing what I normally share on my channel, like what I got my kids for Christmas. I spoke about this in the last one, but my kids are just getting to the age where if they know that I'm going to film something like that, or they're all subscribed to me on their own personal YouTube channels, like, well, their own personal YouTubes, like they're all subscribed to me, and so I just don't want a video to pop up and they're learning how to read and it says what I got my kids for Christmas, and then they go ahead and click on it, because obviously that's going to spoil all of the fun. But I know my 5-year-olds and my 7-year-olds and my 17-year-olds enough to know that if I filmed a wrap and chat, they would not even click on it for just a second. So that really helps me, because hopefully these videos can inspire you guys for some ideas that you might be looking for. A lot of these things have come from Amazon. If they don't, I'll let you know along the way, but I do have an Amazon store, so I can link those things down below if you want to just have like a direct click to them. Otherwise, you guys, that's pretty much it. So like I said, I'm gonna grab my phone, which I have right here, and I'm gonna dive right into the questions that I have, and then I will start answering some things along the way. Now, one thing I did want to address that came from the last Q&A was a lot of the things I was sharing with you guys I got from an Amazon group. And guys keep asking me what like the group name is. I'll have to check, because it says private group, so I don't know if I'm able to like share that link so that like all these people can join, but I'll write them, and if they say I can, I will gladly give you this Amazon group, because it is a phenomenal group. They find the greatest sales, and I really was able to scoop a lot of things for a great price, and that's kind of what I shared gift wise in the last one. I did wrap all of Mason's gifts in the last one, but I didn't have a whole lot for him. I have a few more items for him now, and then a few more items that are on their way. I pretty much wrapped everything that I had for Maya, and I have just a few things for her. And then today I'm also going to be sharing with you everything I got my 17-year-old, so maybe that'll give you some ideas. So by the end of this video, you should have seen about 90%, that doesn't include stockings, but you will have seen 90% of what my 3 kids got between these 2 videos. And I'll let you know, throughout what we still have left to buy. But all right, let me go to my notes. All right, so one question that I got fairly recently, and I thought, wow, I never addressed this and I never answered that question. So when I first told you guys that we were adopting, well, at that point we weren't even positive if we were adopting him, we were just fostering him. But when we told you guys about Bruno, I had asked you like, hey, do you guys know like why we chose that name? And a bunch of you like placed your guesses in the comments, and then I never talked about it ever again. Like never one time did I ever talk about where for sure that his name came from. Some of you did place, guesses and were wrong, but a few of you were right, and I was actually really proud, because it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and so I was really happy to hear that other people, like, it clicked with somebody else. But when I was growing up and my grandmother was still alive, I would always go to her house, and we would always watch Disney movies on her VCR, right? A VCR, right? And one of my grandmother's favorite movies was Cinderella. And I don't own a lot of like VHS tapes anymore. A lot of them I've gotten rid of, because really, who has a VCR? But one of the ones that I have up in the attic is my grandmother's original Cinderella like VHS tape, and I just don't have the heart to get rid of it, because I can't even tell you like the millions of times that my grandmother and I watched that movie together. And so when we first got Bruno, we were trying to come up with a name, and we were just calling him the name that he came with. And you know, we did that for like a little while, but we spent the first like good couple of days trying to get to know him. I'm like, if you've seen him in any of my videos, he's just like dopey and floppy, but he's also super smart. Like if you've seen my TikTok of him where he uses his paw to get himself ice out of the ice maker from our refrigerator. So he's very, very smart. So I didn't want to name him like, he kind of reminds me of like a floppy-eared Goofy, but you know, Goofy is supposed to mean like silly or whatever, and he's like silly and dopey. Like we even joked about making, you know, naming him Dopey, but he's just too smart for that. So I really wanted him to have like a name for like a floppy-eared dog, but someone that was still cute and sweet and smart. And so we decided to go with Bruno, and Bruno was the dog from Cinderella. I'll pop the little picture up that I took as a screenshot because my husband was like, what are you talking about? I've watched Cinderella before. Cinderella did not have a dog. And I said, yes, she did. And her dog's name was Bruno. And believe me, I watched the movie a million times. I know. And I could hear her saying, Bruno. And so it just like stuck out in me. And so it stuck. And his foster name started with a B anyway. So he was kind of like familiar with that sound. And it worked out perfect. And so he is a beast. You guys, we had cleaned the entire backyard, and he just ripped through a garbage bag. I had put the carcass from the turkey from Friendsgiving, I'd put that in the garbage bag, and then I stuck the garbage bag outside of the back door because I was going to go ahead and bring it to the thing. And somebody let him outside, and he demolished the garbage bag, and he just... But then you have Ruby, who's 8, who just ate my front blinds. I know it wasn't Bruno because Bruno was in the crate and Ruby ate my blinds. So, all right, so I did get Mason a new set of sheets, and I got him these Minecraft ones. They're super, super cute. I don't know if I can get close enough without the reflection for you to see. They are like gray, and they just have all these little Minecraft characters on them. But I really liked this because I felt like the sheets themselves were something neutral enough that both of the kids would not feel like it's boyish or girlish or whatever. And then it could be something mutual. Like the kids have had bed sets forever. Like they have Orion's World. Somebody gave Maya like a Frozen one. They have a PJ Masks, but like none of that like suits them anymore. Like they're just too old for that. So I feel like Minecraft suits them both, but it's Mason who has been asking for a new bed set. So these were right off of Amazon. And speaking of Bruno, if you notice, the package was all weird because I went upstairs to go to the bathroom after taking this package in from the front porch, and I put it inside, and Bruno ate it. And when I came downstairs, the sheets were over here, the pillowcases were over there, and all of the plastic around it was completely eaten. I do not think that he like got into the actual sheets or pillowcases. Like I don't think he put his teeth through it, but I couldn't return it even if. So we're just gonna open it and see. And if there's a problem when we open it, then I'll have to buy him another one. But I did get him the matching blanket, which you will see in just a second. All right, you guys, so I turned the camera off and I realized I said I was done wrapping, and then I realized that I had this big guy behind me because none of the paper I had cut had fit. But this is the Minecraft comforter. Oh my, let me try and put it down a little bit and see if that helps. So I'll pop a picture up because it's kind of the glare is kind of crazy. I got this on Amazon also, so I will link it down below. It's a full queen quilt and sham. This is to match the sheet set that you guys already saw, but I like that. I don't know if you can tell, but the creeper kind of has like purple eyes and stuff like that, and the guy at the bottom of the creeper wears purple pants, and then it's almost like a really dark blue gray is the background, and then it has all the Minecraft people on it. It's definitely not girly, but it's not like anti-girl because it has a little bit of those colors in it. I don't know. I feel like it'll still look good for like a bed that's shared. But anyways, I forgot to share this with you guys. I got this for Maya. I thought it was super cute. I was on Kohl's and I was going through and I saw this and I was like, oh, it's so cute for her to have something to wear with Jacob. And I love the tie-dye. It's a little big for her. This is an 8. She's like a 6'7". So this is definitely a little bit on the big side, but I would rather her grow into it than not grow into it. And then I have tights here that I ordered her from Kohl's. I ordered her white ones too, but those were like on back order or something, and so they just canceled my order. And my mom said she ordered her a bunch of tights anyway, so I was like, all right, fine. I'll just stick with the one of them. But I don't know, should I stick these in her stocking? Maybe I'll wrap them, but I'll still stick them in her stocking because they're kind of like small. I don't want them to get lost. Maybe that's what I'll do. All right, so we've moved on from Bruno and dogs that eat things. All right, I was kind of debating on whether or not I wanted to bring this up, but I get so many comments back and forth that I feel the need to want to say something, just because some are positive and then some are negative or some are like accusatory, and so I just want to address it as a whole. Now, I did do an entire sit down video about this. Oliver, he just grabbed my paper and ripped it. Dude, stop it. No, Oliver. Now you have a mouthful of paper. That was silly. This cat, I swear, he follows me literally every single where that I go, and I can't do anything. If I locked him out of this room, he would just sit and cry and cry and cry and cry. And so I had to keep him in here, but now he's just gonna be a pain in the butt. Brat. Anyway, so like I said, I have an entire video on it, but if you didn't like click on the video, or you clicked on it, heard what it was about, wasn't interested, clicked off, then you didn't really get like the final result, or you didn't really get to the end result of, you know, what it is. So I think it's been since August already, but I decided to try Monate. And I know that a lot of people are like weirded out by that, because so many people are weirded out by MLMs. And I understand, like, everybody has their own theory and their own reasons for like not liking something else, but I'm not like against how they operate a business, because first of all, I didn't sign up for it to be a business thing. I only joined as a market partner because I wanted the discount. If these products really worked, I wanted to be able to use the 30% off that you get for being a market partner. Plus, you get an additional 10, 15, or 25% off depending on how high that your cart is. And your cart only has to be, I think it's like 160 that your cart hits that 25% off marker. So it's not like a tremendous amount to get 25%. So if I'm already getting 30 and then I hit like another marker where I get another 25% off, like, you save a lot of money then. I was really surprised, like my very first order after my initial kit, of what I paid versus what I got, because the sales were just incredible with my 30% off, and then what was on sale, and then you get a free item every month. I was really blown away. And so that was really why I started, okay? And if the products worked, then they worked, and great, fantastic. So it wasn't about the selling. But then once I got in and I signed up with Candace, and she started like sending me some information, and I went onto the actual website and took the university classes with all the information, I just was very blown away, because not every company operates like you think. There are some places that just treat their customers, their employees, the people that work for them, they just treat them better. I've worked for plenty of places that took care of me, and I worked for plenty of places that did not take care of me. And I don't think it mattered what kind of structure of job that it is. It's just whether or not who you work for values you. And everything that I have seen so far, the encouraging, the kind of people behind the scenes, the rewards, the trips, all these things that these people do, I'm not against the business, because I've seen some stay-at-home moms that have been truly successful and been able to be there for their kids by simply selling money. And that's amazing. Is that going to be me? No. Am I offering it to you guys? Because if you want to sign up, sure, that's great. I mean, I've definitely made some money doing it by people who have signed up, which is fantastic. It's Christmas season. Everybody can use some extra cash. The first 3 months that you sign up, they do neighborhood bonuses, and the block bonuses are incredible. You can earn up until $1,200 just in bonuses. That doesn't count anything else. You don't have to carry products. Like some people said, like, why would you want to do that? Like, you do realize that the numbers you were quoting about sending out 1 million pieces every single month, that's them sending to all the people that work for them that need to hold products. This is not Mary Kay. It's not Avon. It's not Lip Sense. It's not anything. You don't have to hold anything. I don't personally send you anything. You're interested in wanting to try it, and then I send you an email and it comes directly from them. I don't hold any products. I've thought about buying a few extra things so I can like raffle them off and have you guys try it, but I don't personally hold anything. So sales are not from people buying so that they can redistribute. That is solely because those are people who are actually buying it. And I started to buy more myself. And guys, I love what it is doing for my hair. Is it a work in progress? Yes. I mean, have I stopped using my hair fibers in my crown? No. I have hair growth, but I don't have a full crown yet. I've only been using it since August. I mean, a lot of the success stories I have seen are like more on the year and a half is when they're really seeing like major transformations. I'm not there yet, but every time someone says like, oh, I love that dry shampoo you showed in that last video. Where do I get it from? One person said, I'm looking all over. I can't find that dry shampoo you showed. I know, because you're not going to find it in the store. You have to let me know in the comments and I will set you up. But I am very impressed and I've enjoyed doing it. I hope that I can help somebody else, and I hope that they're willing to try them, because there's a money back guarantee. So if you're not happy, you get your money back. Somebody did comment down below if you want to share, but she tried and she didn't like it, and she wrote me and said, Kira, I'm so sorry, I don't like it. And I said, it's not for everybody. Don't be upset. I'm not upset. They're just going to give you your money back. Give them a call. And she gave him a call and she wrote me and said, all the money, I got all of my money back instantly on the phone. And I said, yeah, I know, because they're incredible. They're not looking to keep you. If you're happy, they want you to stay. If you're not happy, then, you know, they don't have an issue with you returning your products. That's the point of having a money back guarantee. But someone asked, like, are you gonna force them on us? Are you always gonna talk about it? Like, I don't want the sales pitches all of the time. I'm not gonna twist anybody's arm about trying it. I'm not going to lie to somebody when they say, wow, your hair looks great or your skin looks great. What are you using? I mean, a lot of the stuff that I've been enjoying are skin products, not just hair. So if you're apprehensive about trying the hair products, then there's always the face products to try. I mean, there's vegan products like crazy. They have like a vegan complex. They have a vegan protein. They have, you know, all these different things that different lines of products. I can only talk about and share what I've personally used, but everything I've used has stood up to their name. I wouldn't have spent that money. I would have returned it. That is who I am. I would not pay for something that I am unhappy with, and I love it. Like, I genuinely love it. Is it like I said, have I made any money doing it? Yes, of course. But you don't see me blowing it up on my Instagram daily. I'm not like talking about it on a regular in my videos. I show it on occasion because I'm vlogging my day and I actually use it. So of course I'm going to share it, but am I like pushing it on everybody? No. But just know that if it's something that I enjoy or if it's something that I like, then I would hope that you guys as my friends would support me, even if it's something that you don't believe in. That's kind of like the goal that this whole world should be in right now, because I feel like everybody's against everybody. You're either for Donald Trump or you're not. You're either for the vaccine or you're not. You're either, you know, for masks or you're not. You either believe in COVID or you don't. Like, it's just, and everything is, if you don't believe like I believe, then we're not worth being friends. And that saddens me because I don't ever want that. That's why when people say they don't like me, I encourage that. It's okay. Not everybody is supposed to like everyone. Not everybody is supposed to like everything. So that's okay to like not like me or to not agree on the same things. I just don't want to be enemies because of that. And so anyways, I know a lot of people don't believe in it, but I've been enjoying it, and I apologize if it offends anybody because that's not my intention. But if I could give you good, healthy hair and skin, why would I not suggest it? I suggest foods when I do grocery hauls, and when I do empties, I talk about other products. So why would I not suggest things that I truly believe in? Like, that's kind of part of the point of being an influencer. So, all right, so I got Mason a robe. I mentioned in the last video that I got Maya one, but I needed to make a mental note to get Mason one, and I thought he would really like this one. He loves space and stuff, and so this one has like astronauts and planets and stuff all over it. And I got this at Kohl's. I'm a big lover of Kohl's. They have so many great rewards, and I love their coupons and everything because, you know, they'll have it to where you spend, you know, so funny. There's an Amazon truck pulling up right now. Hold on, I want to see what's being delivered. I'm going to call him and tell him to bring that up. The Kohl's, like I was saying, they just have great deals. I really enjoy, like, they'll do their Kohl's cash along with great coupons and then sales. And I find that I just save a lot of money when I shop there. So I've been a firm shopper in Kohl's for a very, very long time. Matter of fact, a lot of my, the gifts that I bought for my in-laws, you will be able to see like in the third wrap and chat, maybe the fourth, depending on how long it takes me to wrap all this stuff. I have like ideas that I got for like my brother and my mom and stuff that I can share with you guys, but I don't have too much for my in-laws that I can share because I'm not seeing them for the holidays. We are going to go to Long Island, and I was hoping my in-laws were going to come to me. I don't know. It depends on how long Daryl can get off. If he can get off of work a little bit longer than I was hoping, then we'll have time to go see his mom. But if not, I was hoping she would come down and visit us. But they're not vaccinated and they're a little nervous about traveling and stuff, and so they don't know if they're going to see us. So that being the case, I just had everything that I ordered sent straight to them. So I ordered things off of Amazon, I ordered things off of Kohl's, and then I do have a couple of things here that, oh, I ordered 2 things off of Walmart, and then I have a few things that I ordered here. So I will be sending 1 box to her. So I have some things to share, but a lot of my in-laws' presents like already got sent up to Plattsburgh. All right, let's see. So one of the other things that's being delivered downstairs is another movie for Mason. He was looking through that little Amazon wish book. Did you guys see that? Like, I remember when I was younger, Sears coming out with the wish book every year. And as a child, I would get so excited and I would like circle everything in the wish book. And that's how I would like make my Christmas list of the things that I wanted. And Amazon sent one. I got one for the first time last year, but they sent another one this year. And I thought it was the coolest thing. The kids got a hold of it and they started looking through and they were like picking. So that's what they're gonna make their Christmas list for Santa out of. But while Mason was like looking in there, one of the things that he said was, you know, I'm not too much of a baby for Thomas the Tank Engine, right? And I said, no way, buddy, you've always liked Thomas. And he was like, all right, well, I don't really play with the trains so much anymore, but I still really like him. I think he's really cool. And I was like, buddy, you've always loved trains. Like, Mason's obsessed with the Polar Express. If you never saw that video, I vlogged us going there. And it was a really fun video to make. It was like a Vlogmas video 4 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe. He was just obsessed with the Polar Express. And he still is. Like, it's the movie he wants to watch all of the time and stuff. And so I know he's always loved trains. So I decided, since I always get the movies for the car and I had movies on his list, that I would get like full-length movies. Not like the Thomas the Tank Engine episodes like George Carlin used to do, Be the Conductor, like for the old Thomas I used to watch with my brother. Like, not those. These are movies, like full-length feature movies. So this one's called Thomas and Friends, The Great Race Movie. So I thought this would be good because I feel like Mason could get his fix and still be able to gain a movie out of it, because the kids are always looking for something different to watch. I mean, we have a zillion movies, but like the kids are always in the car. We're always going somewhere. They always watch something. Like, I just pulled out, what did I just pull out that they hadn't watched in like 6 months or something, and they were like glued to the screen because it had been so long. Oh, Inside Out. And we love that movie, but it had been a long time since like the kids had seen it, so it was just nice to like pull something out they hadn't seen in a while. I like found it, but otherwise they're forever changing discs. We have like hundreds of movies, and you know, some were fails and some were successes, but that's one of the things that just came in, was another one of those Thomas the Tank Engine movies, because I ordered him 2. I'm gonna tell Hubs to bring that upstairs. Oh, he might be on a phone call. He had a business call at 2 o'clock. Hi, did I bother you during your call? Okay. Can you grab the Amazon package that just came to the door and leave it outside of our bedroom door? I locked it so no little kids could come in, but something else for Mason just got delivered. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, bye. Okay, cool. He's gonna bring that up the stairs. So, speaking of money, I ordered a couple of like the holiday gift sets. I ordered like one for my mom and one for my brother's girlfriend, and some of them came with hair accessories like my mom's and stuff, and some of the like hair clips and pieces I don't think either one of them would wear, so I just pulled them out, and like I'm gonna make a little like gift sack that I'm gonna put in Maya's stocking. And then this is just a little jacket. This has her dance studio written right here on the lapel and like sewn in, and it's just a little pea coat. It's kind of big for her. The only size they had left was the 12 to 14. Like I said, she's more like a 6'7". I did try it on. You could tell I needed to like roll up the sleeves on her, but just a little bit, and I feel like she's gonna grow into this, and I obviously want it like a little bigger and looser because I want it to be able to go over her clothes with ease. Like, they said, oh well, we're transitioning out of the jackets, we're only gonna do like sweatshirts or whatever. And I thought that was strange because the dance studio wants like Maya for a lot of her classes, and this is common in a lot of places, like for ballet and stuff, her hair has to be in a bun for class. So why would you want them to pull something over their head? Like, if they, I don't know, for me that's kind of annoying. So I wanted her to have a jacket that opens, but I didn't want to get one made with her dance studio's name on it because that's kind of weird. I wanted like the dance studio to sell me one, but they sold me what they could, and that was the last one ever in the place. They had this like in the back. That's why I said it was the last size that was left, because they said they're not going to buy these jackets anymore. They're only going to buy sweatshirts, and that nobody actually buys them. So I don't know. I was like, I actually buy them and I actually want one, so I'll take it. And what was great is it was originally listed, it says on the tag, for $35, but they had it for so long that they just gave it to me for 10. She was like, just give it to me for 10. I've had it for so long, like, just give me 10 bucks for it. I was like, okay, I will take the free jacket pretty much, because $10 is nothing, and it would have cost me way more than that if I had something made or whatever, and I know that she's going to like it. Bruno just ate her slides that she wears, but I shared with you guys in the last video that I bought her slides for dance. Thank goodness, because he had already started eating them and now he finished them off. So now she doesn't have any more of that. It's fantastic. These animals are fantastic. All right, we're off the topic of money. We're moving on. Let's see where we are at next. One of the questions that was asked was Vanessa and the holidays and like what I would be spending with her. I just posted a Friendsgiving video that you guys will have seen. So yesterday for you, because this one's going out on Thursday and I think that video is going out on Wednesday. So you will have seen that. I didn't like have a stitch of footage of her in there. Like never even turned the camera on while she was there, which is fine anyways because Paige hung out in the kitchen the whole time. And if you guys watch Vanessa's channel, then you know that Paige doesn't really like to be on, so I would have had to be careful of like who was in the background. And she does include her kids like in her videos and stuff, but even just her vlogging has cut down a little bit, and so I just really didn't want to make her family feel uncomfortable. And by the time we got everything out on the table, I was like exhausted. Like we sat down, I plopped my butt down. It was 7:30. I made a plate and I pretty much stayed there for like almost an hour. And then we got up and cleaned up a little bit. And then I went upstairs. My stomach was already bothering me. I was like upstairs, up here for like 20 minutes trying to go to the bathroom. And by the time I got downstairs, they had cleaned up most of it and had taken out dessert. So we had dessert and then they left. And so it just went super quickly. I never got a chance to like vlog anything, but I did include like the grocery haul for Friendsgiving and like the setup and stuff. And I vlogged like a little bit of the day, like up until the day before when I was setting some stuff up. And I vlogged like up until I was in full gear. But I also wanted to clean up. I haven't been staying on top of everything like I normally do. Like normally I try and do like a whole house pickup every day. Or like the whole house downstairs, and then it's not always like a deep clean, but at least it's like a tidy where things are wiped down and dusted and whatever. But like all the deep cleaning stuff, and I wanted to do that before she came, and I never did because I'm doing as much as I can. I do feel a little bit better. Like I notice when I have the brace off and I like flex my foot. Oh my God, complete side note, but I had someone write me something so nasty. It actually makes me feel better sometimes when I see some of that stuff, because I'm just reminded that when somebody says like, hey, I'm gonna unsubscribe because I don't like this or this, just like I said before, I want to applaud them, because it's okay to not like me. Just don't be present here if you don't, because then I want to be able to only have the people who want to watch me enjoy to watch me. One of the things they were talking about is how I completely over exaggerated on my foot, and that the doctor said I may have a chipped bone, but that it's not actually broken. So I'm like, I don't know. I went back and watched the video where I talked to you guys, and I didn't mention like how they called me later, because I said in the video like, oh, the doctor came in and she said I'm not the radiologist, but, and then I didn't follow up with the radiologist did call. But I mean, I pretty much said I spoke to the radiologist tech, then I spoke to the doctor, and then I was just waiting for the radiologist, and I finished with, I have a stress fracture in my foot, and I circled on the x-ray where my stress fracture was. I don't know how many other words you can use for fracture, but fracture means broken. Like, could you have a hairline fracture? Could it be like broken, demolished? Yeah, of course there's different levels, but like she went on to talk about how her foot was broken, blah, 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 and she had to. That's great. I'm so sorry you went through all of that. I'm fortunate enough that that didn't happen to me, but it doesn't like knock down what's going on. And this is still weird for me, because I've like never broken anything before. I've never had to use crutches. I've never used a brace like this. I've never had to use a boot. I like to spend my whole life barefoot. Like if I were to scroll the camera down right now, I don't even have my boot on. It is right here. I mean, it's literally, hold on, like I took my boot off to sit here with you guys because I wanted it to be like cool. Sometimes it's like hot in there and I need like an air break. I'm just not used to having things on my feet. I like to be barefoot and I'm still uncomfortable. Like right now, when I put my foot down, my toes aren't broken, so I can scrunch them. But like this part of my pinky toe, right, this like fatty part feels weird. Like it feels bunched up, like when you, like if you were to jam the carpet and the carpet got bunched up and it stayed like that and it didn't like unfold. That's what it feels like. It feels like I jammed it and like things buckled under the pressure and now it's like still in that like buckled position. Like that's the way the toe feels, and I have zero freaking pain where they say I'm broken. So I can't explain that to you guys. So I don't understand. That's not where it hurts me. Like where it hurts me is in the toe, but that's not where my toe is broken. But it doesn't change the fact that like I'm still uncomfortable. And there are days where I'm like, holy crap, I did 7,000 steps today in a boot up and down the stairs and in and out of the car, like driving kids to all sorts of activities and blah blah blah. Whatever, just be kind. I'm so over the negativity. All right, so back to Vanessa and the holidays. So it was a fun time doing Friendsgiving for sure. Hopefully I'll be feeling better by the time that we do like our Christmas. And our Christmas is gonna be at her house and I'm just gonna do the cold stuff and she's gonna do the hot stuff. So if you guys saw my Sam's, you already know Maya wants Play-Doh and this is what she asked Santa for. So I'm wrapping it in the separate paper. Some of you guys asked me like, where did I get the Mario paper? You asked me in the last one. All of my paper came from the Dollar Tree. But Santa is the one that's giving Maya this because mom doesn't allow Play-Doh. And so Maya is using Santa as a way for her to get what she wants. So I think that's entirely slick and more power to Maya. I know that it's super creative and that's why I don't want to take it away from her. I know how much she truly loves it. Just she's careless with it. Part of why I jammed my foot even more the second time was tripping over the vacuum that she left there from trying to, I mean, she was helping me out, but she was helping me out because she got pink Play-Doh in my carpet and it's still there. I haven't been able to get it all out yet. I love her dearly, but I hate the freaking Play-Doh. But when she put it on her Christmas list and I was like, nah, honey, you're not gonna get Play-Doh. Actually, it wasn't even on her Christmas list. It was in that darn Amazon book. She was like, well, the stuff I'm circling in this Amazon book is not for you. It's for Santa. And I was like, well, it's not special. All right, well, I guess Santa's getting Play-Doh. So Santa got Maya Play-Doh, and I know that Maya is going to be happy about that. So to close up about Vanessa and the holidays, Friendsgiving, we checked off. Christmas, we are doing together at her house. We did have plans for Mark, Vanessa, Daryl, and I to go to the Van Gogh exhibit, the immersive Van Gogh exhibit, which I was really excited about. Van Gogh is my favorite painter, and I wanted to go to this exhibit, and I bought tickets for all of us to go, and they just canceled. They're having a problem with the venue, so that was something we were supposed to get together to do over the holidays. It was December 19th, but that's got canceled. I am going to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, though, with Vanessa on the 10th, which is like a dream for me. I've always wanted to go. Like, I've been trying to go forever, and Daryl always tried to get me tickets. It just didn't work out, but I was able to get tickets with Vanessa, and so we are going to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra on the 10th. So that's like a fun little holiday thing. And then we are going, all of us, this coming up weekend to Madison's wedding. Well, not all of us, the 4 of us, but that'll be nice because I've never taken like a couples trip before, and so it'll be nice for all of us to just kind of be together. It'll be like a fun little holiday thing because it was just Mark's birthday like 11 days before mine, and then it was my 40th, and then, you know, the holidays. So it'll be fun for us to just kind of hang this weekend, all of us together. All right, you guys, I want to laugh so hard, but FedEx just pulled up. I'm really hoping that they're not going to my house because I hate when my husband is off from work and he sees the door a million times. He like panics during the holidays. He doesn't know that I'm like thrifty. and I do like these Amazon groups and stuff, and I'm like not spending a ton of money, or I'm finding sales and stuff, which actually that might be the perfect timing. That might even be the next thing. Is it the next thing? It's not the next thing, but we can go into that because it kind of like unfolds into that. But a lot of questions I get are about my budget with Daryl. Like every time we do like a big giant grocery haul, someone will say like, I need you to help teach me how do I budget like that, or how do you guys afford like large grocery hauls and all that stuff. I mean, I've been sharing large grocery hauls on my channel for, you know, a very, very, very long time. And the truth of the matter is, and I've spoke about this a bunch of times, but that's pretty much what my paycheck like consists of. All the extra shopping, whether it be grocery shopping, shopping for Christmas, vacations, trips, all of that kind of stuff comes out of my paycheck. Daryl's paycheck pays the bills. Now, I don't get into too much about what Daryl does or works or whatever, just because the garbage people, and I know how much you guys hate that name, so that's why I love to call you out on it. But the garbage people that are out there, they're just some cruel people that have done some awful things, like have called jobs and HOAs and all of that, and like tried to cause unnecessary problems just because they have nothing better to do with their lives. And so I will never subject my family to that ever again. And I will never, I do my best like not to divulge. I mean, obviously the internet is a huge thing, so like when I say like, hey, nobody knows where I live, I mean, it really doesn't take hard. It's not hard. Like, it's public knowledge when you close on a house or buy on a house or, you know, whatever, like all of those things. Like, it's not really hard to do that investigating information. I just never understood why somebody would want to. Like, I don't know really what it matters, what my exact address is or whatnot, but at the end of the day, don't want to ever like divulge into it. But my husband doesn't make crappy money, and it's always been his like thought process to always keep doing better and better. He just had another interview and he just put out a few more applications. Like, even though he's happy at his job where he is right now, there's still some shady things that go on in his job. I feel like it's the industry, like just the restaurant business alone has the potential to be shady and long hours and crazy shifts and stuff. And so a lot of that's super overwhelming for him, and he hates all of that. So he's always kind of looking to better himself and make more money. And if he finds an opportunity, then we move on. But we've always like worked hard to strive hard to make as much as we can for our family. And I'm not saying like I make a ton of money, because I don't make a ton of money, but there is a lot of money to be made on YouTube. I don't make it yet. I hope that I get a chance to strive to that, but I am definitely making that of a decent part-time job, and that's just with my YouTube revenue. That doesn't count sponsorships, which I try to average like one a week if possible, no more, but I still try and do that once a week. And so if you add up that plus all residuals, we're talking cookbook residuals and affiliate money and all of that, so like all of those things add up, and then it's like a little bit more than just like a part-time job. Then you're starting to border on like a not so decent full-time job, if that makes any sense, although I definitely put in the full-time hours. But I'm just like, a lot of people question that, and I know some people don't mean shade by it. I know they're not trying to be nasty, like, where do you get off, or how do you have so much money, or whatever. I know a lot of people are just genuinely asking because it seems intimidating when you see like a $700, you know, grocery haul or whatever the case may be. But you guys do notice that like if you check the description box at the end of the month, I spend about $1,200 to $1,400 a month. Some of that is groceries, and then some of that is non-food items. And then some of that is also like, oh, we picked up a light for the outside, or we picked up, you know, gift cards for a Christmas present, or whatever the case may be. And that again is what my paycheck is for. So I very, very, very rarely have to dip into our like house fund for something else that I need. My paycheck goes into an account that does all of our other things, like my Amazon spending, all of that kind of stuff, gift giving, everything. That all comes out of me. I see that my bank account is like getting low. Like, I know, okay, Kira, you really have to hustle next month. And like, there's no slacking. Like, you know, I don't have a boss. So if I don't want to post a video, I don't want to post a video. If my toe hurts, or I feel like sleeping, or I'm PMSing and I don't want to do anything, I don't do anything. And that's not conducive to making money. So like, if I notice like, oh hey, we have Madison's wedding coming up and I want to make sure that I make extra money, well then I'm going to work a little harder to make sure I clean that pantry out so I can share it with you guys, which you guys will see in a couple of days, a pantry like makeover and those kinds of things. Like, they're on my list of things to do. I just don't do them. So like, in order to get them done so I can, where's like that meme like about drinking every time you lose the scissors and the tape? I found the tape, but the scissors, where are you? Okay, I found the scissors. And so just like to address the budget thing, like in the closing, I'm very conscious about what we can and cannot afford, and I just use what I make. I know that my husband's paycheck covers the bills. Like, I don't have to ever stress over that. I know that. And like, here's the thing too, when we sold our house, we made a fair amount of profit. I'm not going to go into details with anybody, but you guys can do the math. I bought my house for $150,000. I lived there for 10 years. I sold my house for $222,000. Do the math. So, I mean, we walked away with a pretty penny, and it sucked. It took a little while. We wouldn't have been so screwed when we first got here, like being scammed and everything, if we had sold our house like before we left. But that's not how it happened, and whatever. Everything happens for a reason. We ended up where we did. We've had a great landlord who was willing to trust us even when we had no money and we were waiting to close. But we just did not do anything frivolous with our money. I mean, the pandemic hit, so there wasn't really too much that we could do anyways, but we didn't go like on fancy trips or anything. Even that year for Christmas, like, we didn't go overwhelmingly crazy. I do have a video like for what I got my kids for Christmas that year, so I'll link it for you guys. But like, we didn't go insanely crazy or whatever. What we did that day that our house finally closed and everything went through, Daryl took off of work and we literally sat down. We called every credit card, every car loan, every bill that we owed for everything. Some things at that point were late and, you know, like getting really close to like being put into collections and stuff, because when we were scammed and stuff, we couldn't pay any of those things. We still had to pay the mortgage on our house and stuff because it wasn't officially sold, and we were under a lot of pressure. It was really, really tough. And so we just settled with everybody, got a lot of like our late fees and stuff waived because we were willing to pay in full, and we paid off everything. We paid off my car, his car, every credit card, everything. We had nothing but our rent and our cell phone bills and the utilities. I did it to you guys again. All right, it's the match to this, so let me share this with you guys. Does it show it on the box? No. Darn. All right, well, I got this at Kohl's also, so I can just pop the picture up. But I think I mentioned that the kids are getting like each one big gift. So the 2 little kids are getting brand new bicycles. I've already purchased them off of Walmart. I'm not gonna like share that in a wrap and chat. Like you guys will see that when I vlog Christmas, but we're just gonna put those in the shed and the guys are just gonna put them together before Christmas, and we'll have them out like on the floor with a bike, oh my goodness, with a bow on it. So I'll pop up Maya's right here. It was $88 on sale for like early Black Friday shopping at Walmart, and Mason's was $98 on sale also at this Walmart, you know, Black Friday thing. So both of them have gotten their big items. I haven't got Jake's yet, but he wants a special like laptop to be able to play specific games, but he doesn't want like a high-tech gaming kind of computer. He just can't play everything on his Mac. Like certain things are just not Mac accessible. So he needs like a regular computer. So I'm gonna get him a small laptop, but I did get him a special gaming mouse, which is what I just wrapped. But hey, it's the first time I haven't shown it to you. Last time I think I was forgetting the whole time. So there's benefits. And he got SpongeBob paper because Jake has always been my SpongeBob kid. This is the gaming mouse, and then this is the match to it, and it's the gaming keyboard. You can see how it all lights up and stuff. I didn't really know if he was gonna need this because I am getting him a laptop which already has a keyboard, but my brother said he can plug this into the side of his laptop and not use like the little tiny keyboard because it's only going to be a small laptop. It's not going to be anything crazy. So if he says like, hey mom, I don't need it, we'll just return it. I think this was like 40 bucks, the keyboard, so it wasn't like a whole lot of money. But I guess the bottom line is like, we just did the smart thing and we paid everything off. So we've only been living within our means. My mortgage right now is the same amount of money that our rent was. So nothing changed. Like we're still paying utilities and everything. So we're paying exactly what we, you know, we're paying over there. Paul does contribute to the house. Like he works, and so he contributes a portion because he has a room here, and was part of the deal. And so he helps out also. So I mean, you can't beat that. He chips in for groceries. He, you know, chips in for like household expenses like laundry, detergent. He also pays a utility bill for us every month. So I mean, having him is a huge help. He definitely pitches in for us there. But I mean, like I said, I work and Daryl works and we don't really have any bills. And we did take on a car payment now of his, which, you know, we didn't have. We paid off his car because we still had a small car payment, not a lot. His car was older, but we still had like a small loan. So we took that out on, we paid that off. So now we have another one, you know, obviously a car payment now. But that's the only other thing like we've taken on. We did leave 2 of our credit cards open. We left our Amazon credit card open. Like we didn't close it, we just paid it off. And our gas card, because the Bank of America credit card gives back 3% on all gas rewards. So the only thing we use that card for is gas, and then we just pay it off at the end of the month. I just cashed in when I ordered the kids' bikes. I had $96 in rewards that I used from like Fetch rewards and stuff like that I all cashed in to put towards their like bike purchases and stuff. And then I did keep my Amazon because same thing, it's worth it for the reward. So as long as you're smart and you don't leave a bill and you just pay it off, then Amazon gives you back 5% of any purchase made on Amazon that you use your Amazon card for. So I'm just all about rewards and things like that, and so it was a no-brainer. But I just think it's kind of funny. I feel like a lot of people just assume that YouTube, there's no money to be made, or that we don't really earn a paycheck. And like, I'm no joke, okay? If we're done with something, it's on Facebook Market. We're like, oh snap, you don't want that? Like, I sold our kitchen table. As soon as Paul wheeled in that other kitchen table, the other one was on Facebook Market, because what do I need it for? I want it out of my garage, you know? Somebody gave me 50 bucks for it and it was out the door. You guys saw that one time I vlogged that. I was like redoing the game room up here or something, and before the day was over, I had all the pieces that I didn't need anymore sold off of Facebook Market. So I mean, like, I don't know, I'm frugal like that. Like, I'm always just kind of like recycling our money and like just making our money stretch, I guess. I don't know. All I know is I check our bank account, I know what we could spend, and I also know that again, all those things is just a recycle, because then I film a video and I put it on the internet and it makes me money, and that's the same money I'm gonna go to buy the next grocery haul to do it again. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna answer two that are like super quick. Somebody asked how long I want to stay in Texas for, and I think that was a response because I did say that eventually this is not our forever home and that we were going to be going somewhere else next, and then originally it wasn't going to be New York, and now it looks like it is for the sake of, you know, taking care of our family and stuff. And so we did like the new home buyers or whatever when we bought this house, because I bought the first one, so I got to do the home buyers on the first one, but Daryl did this one, so he was able to do it on the second on this house. There's like contingency rules, and so you can't sell your house within a certain amount of years or you have to pay it back, and it's 3 years that you have to remain in the house or you have to pay it back. And like, it's pretty much, it wasn't a whole lot, but if we stay here for less than 3 years, like whatever that you make is barely going to be anything. So like whatever little contingencies that were made that we would have to pay back would probably be all the profit made off the house. So we said we were not going to do that. We would stay in the house for at least 3 years, and this coming up week is 1 year in this house, so we still have at least 2 years here, and then like from that point we'll start looking to move on, but at least 2 more years here. But like I said, then we out, because this is definitely not the place I want to plant my roots forever. This is a LED music strip. So it's like those like LED lights, and these things can go and bend anywhere, and then it has a little remote and stuff, and you can like hook this up to music and stuff so that this will like pulsate to the music. It changes all different colors and stuff, so I thought Jake would really like that, just to kind of add a little flair to his room. After I redid his room, we talked about that afterwards. He's like, oh, I really could use some of those lights, like now that my bed is set up this way, because we got rid of his bed frame and we put a regular bed frame down. So I told him like we could have taken these lights and kind of looped them around the bed frame and stuff, and it would have made like his bed almost like the way lighting looks like in your undercarriage of a car. You know how they put it all around and it glows from underneath? I thought that would have looked cool coming from his bed, and it would have looked cool like when he's playing video games and stuff and he has it all hooked up. So when I saw this is one of the things that was on the Amazon group, so I can link it for you guys in my Amazon store. It was super cheap. I want to say like $12 or $15 or something. Originally like $30 or whatever. So I think he's going to like that. I feel like he's going to be super excited over that. Oh, I have a couple of like fun little things to share with you guys here. These are all going to be things that Jake loves. I'm plowing through this paper, you guys. All right. Let me show you these two things first, because I'm debating if I want to put them in his stocking or not, because they're small. Again, I don't want them to get lost, but these were actually fairly expensive presents, both of them. Like they both were, well, 30 bucks. I don't really think that's so expensive, but $30 like kind of deserves to be under the tree, so maybe I'll put it in a bigger box. I don't know. But this is something I saw on Instagram, and it's called Specs, and it says they're mashable, smashable, buildable, colorful, fun. And they're like these little, I don't know, these little kind of like flexy beads, but it's almost like a fidget toy. And this one's just in a square. You see that? But supposedly you can like squish these and recreate them, and they're magnetic. It says powerful rare earth magnets, unlimited shapes, spectacularly magnetic. I don't know. I feel like Jake is really going to like these. There's also a starter guide in here. This is a carrying case up top, and there's also like some kind of little card in there. They call it a splitter card, so you can actually like use it to split perfectly like clean cut lines. But this is supposed to be one of like the most #1 like fidget toys out there. And of course, you know that everything on your phone hears you. And so I had just said like, oh, I need special fidget toys for Jake that are mature and not like these little pop-it things. I mean, I got him some of the pop-it ones because he still does like them. Jake loves anything that he can fidget. That's just part of his ADHD. he needs to always be moving, always doing something. So I really thought like he would really benefit from this. And then I also got this. So this I found on Instagram. It was an ad also, and it's for, I'll have to put the name of the company in the description box, because this is not the box that it comes in. I just put it in this box. But this is actually a fidget spinner ring. So let me see if I can get like close enough for you guys to see. Okay, so this is completely sterling silver, and then this little thing on the inside spins and fidgets. So you're supposed to keep it like on your first finger and be able to spin it and fidget it. And I think that Jake is going to love that, because he's been really into jewelry lately, and so like I keep getting him bracelets and stuff. Like he just really likes it, and he wears it all the time, so I know he's going to like it. And I have it like in this little box, so he's gonna feel totally like special and manly when he gets this little box. So I'm excited about those two little things, but again, I don't really know if I'm gonna put them in his stocking or not. All right, and then the other question that I got that I said was like super quick is, someone said, hey, I live on Long Island. You talk a lot about Long Island. Where did you live and grow up? So I grew up on Long Island in Selden, which is also in Suffolk County. It's right next to Centereach, which Centereach is called Centereach because it's the dead center of the island. So I pretty much grew up dead smack center of Long Island. Like you can't get any more center to where that I lived. I know you guys have heard me talk about it a whole bunch of times. Long Island will always be home to me. It's where my parents are. I love them. It's the home of the best bagels on the planet, and there's some pretty damn good pizza there too. And also home of some of the most incredible people in the world that I love so much. But I'm not like a huge fan, and like don't really want to like ever. I'll go back to visit, but I'm hoping one day my parents will want to leave the island and maybe want to go upstate with me or something when I go. This way it'll make traveling to see them easier, and you know, they can give up the whole Long Island thing. I don't know. We'll see. My parents, they say they want to, they say they were going to, and then ever since my mom's stroke, she just doesn't want to. That like changed everything for her. She's good now and she feels great now, whatever, but like my mom wants to be close to her doctors and the things that she's used to and the things that she's comfortable with, because she is still figuring out how to be comfortable with herself since her stroke. And I just think she would lose confidence if she didn't get the opportunity to still have all the things around her that were super familiar. So I don't think she wants to be taken out of her environment anymore, which I can understand that. But for the longest time, like they were going to sell their house and they were going to move down south, and we were all going to live where it was cheaper and better, and all of that kind of stuff. And it's not how it worked out. All right, so I have a couple more things that I'm going to share with you that are Jake's, and I think I'm going to call it, because once I edit this down, I think it's going to be over an hour, and I still have like Paul and Daryl's to share with you, and then like a few of the other family members that I picked up. So somebody asked if I knew I was ready to be a mom. I'm like, how did I know that I was ready to be a mom, and like a mom to multiple children at that? And I only have one answer, and it's pretty short and sweet, and that is, you're never ready. You're just never ready. Even when you think you're ready, you're never ready. So if you're waiting to be ready, don't. Like, life will pass you by. And my kids literally drive me insane, bananas, ludicrous, out of my mind, but I would be lost every second of the day without them. Like, some days they challenge me beyond actual human form, but again, I adore them, and I wouldn't change anything about them, like not for a second. So as long as it's where you can't afford to even take care of yourself, and that you think it would be bad to bring another child into this world, as long as it's not like I'm broke and I'm practically living on the street, other than that, just do it. As long as you're in a happy relationship, then just do it. Hey, if you're a super strong, solid person and you want to do it on your own, you can do that too. But as far as being a mom and whether you know if you're ready, you never know. I got this for Jake. It is a towel, And it blows my mind because it's the weirdest. It's like microfiber. It's like super suede-y almost. And like there's nothing terry cloth about this. But obviously it's friends, you know, Jake and his friends. And so I saw this. It was $40 on that Amazon group and then 50% off. So you only paid $20. There's no way I would have paid more than 20 bucks for this. Like, I would never pay $40 for a towel, no matter how crazy and great it was. Even if I touched it to my body and it sucked all the water off, I still don't think I would pay that price for it. But I just thought this was pretty cool since it was so, like, it's so flat because it's meant to be like not a real, it's not like a fuzzy towel. That I thought this would be really good for travel. Like when Jake goes to my mom's for the summertime and whatever, he could bring his own towel with him. And it's like something, even if we don't really go to the beach because we're not close to the beach here, and we weren't close to the beach in South Carolina, and I hate the beach, to be honest with you. But just anytime we go anywhere, even to the pools, like whatever, it's just easier to, look how small this is, like this towel folded down to that. So I don't know if hopefully he likes it. It was so different and unique, and he doesn't have a Friends towel at all, like of any kind, even like a regular terry cloth towel. So when I saw that, Marissa actually tagged me in it, and like she tagged me in a couple of stuff that day. And normally the $20 or like $25 maybe was the most I've ever spent on something out of that Amazon group. Otherwise most of the stuff was like $6, $8, $10, $12, maybe $15. A lot of stuff was like $3 and $5. It was insane. But that day just happened to be a day that like I bought a couple of things that were like 20 bucks or $15. Some of the stuff you'll see for Daryl. And I remember texting her and being like, chick, you need to stop sending me crap right now because I am like knee deep in money right now. Just my debit card is smoking, so could you just chill out a little bit? And so it was like a big joke because she's like crazy. She like tags me and all this stuff. Like here, this is another one of the things that I got. But Jake has a lot of blackheads. Like soon as he hit puberty, his chin got very like thick and blackheads and stuff, and I've got him some of those like Biore strips, but it's just not enough. And when I saw this, I was like, OMG, he needs it. So I did get him the white one because it's offered in white and pink, but I got him the white one. But this is actually a blackhead sucker, and it was only $10. It was originally $25, and then it was like half off, and then another 5% coupon. But this says it recharges, lasting battery, exfoliates skin, tightens and lifts, has an LED screen that shows you how to utilize your artificial intelligence. It clearly shows mods and battery life. It purifies pores, and it fits snugly into your hand with a nice soft grip. So I think he's going to enjoy that, especially since once we go back to school, Jake only has 1 week after winter break and then he graduates. So he'll have some extra time on his hands to do things like blackhead removers and things like that. I'm not actually sure like when we're going to New York and stuff. We haven't even looked at flights yet. I just wanted to get through Madison's wedding. So once we get back from that, we'll start looking at when we want to leave. Like I wanted to fly a little bit closer to Christmas time, but it's kind of like, again, that season, this season is like blackout season for most restaurants, so it's hard to get off and travel during this time and everything. So I don't really know like when exactly that we're leaving, but if we go after Jake graduates, then he'll have all of Christmas break here to kind of mess with some stuff. If we go to my mom's, he's not going to be like bringing that with him and doing that. Actually, when we go to my mom's, we're going to be traveling like with the bare minimum because it's hard to travel home with presents and stuff. When we went 2 years ago, when we first moved here and we went there for Christmas, I spent a lot of money in shipping shit home. It was really crazy. And then the same thing, like I would rather do luggage. So like this time we just have extra luggage, and I'd rather pay $30 to check an extra bag or two than to, you know, pay the kind of money that shipping prices are. But it's like a lot to take back and stuff, and so like we're gonna be going with the absolute bare minimum, because what happens if what happened last time happens? Like, what if I get stuck again? Could you imagine if I get stuck again and like we were put up somewhere with like double the amount of luggage we had from last time? No, I don't even want to think about it. All right, I'm gonna wrap these last two things. I debated if I wanted to wrap them together, but just to give him extra things to open, I think I'm not going to. But he needed an extra pair of joggers, and I saw these on Kohl's. Obviously they're Friends, but he doesn't own a pair of Friends like joggers. Vanessa a couple of years ago got him, I think, a pair of like pajama pants that were Friends, but not like sweatpants. And then this you guys have already seen, because I got this at Big Lots, and I shared this in a haul. This is like a Big Lots, it's a Friends sweater. It just more or less feels like a thin sweatshirt, but he doesn't have a whole lot of long sleeve things. So I thought that would be something cozy he'd want to hang out in, like maybe wearing those two things together. That's why I thought about maybe putting it together, but I don't really want to do that. Just so, like I said, he has extra things to open. I know he doesn't care, because his computer is $200, so he knows like the cost of things and stuff. Somebody asked like if we budget for like Christmas presents and stuff. I really don't. I just kind of make a list and make sure everybody has everything that they want and need, and then I will like step back and look, and if I think like, oh, Maya has a lot more and Mason needs some, like then I'll go ahead and, you know, pick up something else or do something else or grab another gift card. Like last time I was like, why does Mason's look so light? And then I remembered that we got those Roblox gift cards, and I was going to put them like individually in boxes and wrap them because they're presents to me as far as I'm concerned. But I'm having problems. Like my mom sent them a Roblox gift card for Halloween, and I'm having a hard time putting it on the app. It says you need to go onto the computer, and like every time I go onto the computer, it says our password is wrong and I can't log in and whatever. And so I've had a lot of problems with that, but I think I'm just gonna have to use them for gifts somewhere else and then supplement with like iTunes gift cards, because I know that Mason loves those, and you can use that for Roblox too. So I may need to do that, but I have like gift cards that I'm gonna stick in boxes and wrap them so that it looks bigger and it looks like, wow, I got a lot of stuff, but you know, it's really just a tiny gift card kind of thing. But I just do my best to try and make sure like nobody's gonna come down and say, how come this one got this and I didn't get that kind of thing. Like that's just usually my goal. But Jake's older and he knows like he could have a tiny pile, but it could be $100 gift card in there and a $200 computer, and then you just, you know, you spend 300 bucks, you know. So he's just big enough to know that. So I know he's not gonna care, but I'm still gonna do the same thing with a gift card for him. He's been obsessed with Dunkin' and Starbucks and stuff, so I'm gonna get him like a couple of gift cards. Some, you know, usually I put a gift card in the stocking, but like a $20 gift card or something. But if I'm gonna get like a $50 gift card or whatever, that's not going in a stocking, that's going inside of an actual box or whatever, just so that he knows it's a gift. But I think that's all I have for Jake. I do have like some stocking stuffer stuff already, which you guys are going to see that in a separate video. And I still need to get his computer, but otherwise for the most part, I think with the things I got him, he's pretty much done. Again, if I get him a $50 gift card and put it in a box and put it with that plus his computer, I think I'll feel good, you know, versus what's going to be there for the little kids. I do want to get him like some Dunkin' Donuts coffee pods and stuff, but I think that's going to be more like stocking stuffers and stuff. I don't really know. He also wants like a good Dunkin' Donuts like cold brew kind of cup to have like iced coffee in. So I was thinking about getting him that. So maybe I'll make a gift bag with like pods and a cup and stuff, and give him a gift bag. But I don't know, I'll decide all the little details when I get a little bit closer. But besides his computer, that's all that he needs. But that is it, you guys. I was going to tell you one more story, but then I went off on some tangents. I commented about whether or not you're ever going to be ready for a child, and then I just kind of went off on tangents talking. So we are done wrapping for today, and we've used up all of our time, but we're going to start off the next wrap and chat. I'm going to make a note of it right now where I left off, and that is about the restaurant that Daryl and I ran for a long time. A lot of you guys have asked me in the past, like, hey, did you guys own a restaurant? You mentioned you used to run a restaurant. Like, what is the deal with that? And, you know, so on and so forth. So I made a note to talk about that, and then we didn't get to it, but that's the only other thing on our list. So if you guys made it all the way to the end, again, let me know if you made it all the way here, and then let me know in the comments if there's anything you still want to know, because the next wrap and chat, unless I have a topic, the only thing I'm going to have to talk about is Stoney's, the restaurant, which that's a good 15-minute story, not gonna lie. It's a pretty detailed, long, crazy-ass, mind-blowing story, but we're gonna save that for next time. But obviously I talked for well over an hour, and I still have a tons more things to wrap. So make sure you get those questions to me down below. We're definitely going to have at least 2 more of these, but then I will be good and done. So thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me and loving me. I love you guys so, so much. Make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.